welcome everybody. It's me, Code Tucker Looters, and in for a brand new video here, a brand new chapter, brand new freaking playlist. Here we have finally achieved the way of going into Unity. It's gonna be a very easy drive through in this one because it's basically what I'm basically gonna do here is going with the Unity pathways here, which I think is a good way to to get your hands dirty with Unity before we drive through the other parts with other pages that are not linked to Unity but still use Unity as tutorials because we're going to loot those codes as well. So I think that is why I'm using the pathways now. We're gonna start with the Unity Essentials. It's gonna be very user friendly, very beginner friendly, and I hope we do all that stuff in a short time because there are many pathways here. I want to do at least the Unity Essentials on the developer pathway, I believe. The Unity Essentials, it is like 2 weeks. They say, let's see if we can do it a little bit faster, but I don't know. I don't trust myself. You guys, you know, guys, how I am with these kind of stuff. So that's the goal. At least Unity Essentials and Unity Developer pathway. Hopefully for the remainder of this year, 2026. If not, well, we can use 2027, whatever. So without further ado, when you go to unity3d.com, you go to learn, the learn tab, and it's gonna show you tutorials, pathways, and another thing. So you choose pathway, and you're going to see different pathway links. Choose the Unity Essentials, okay? So let's go and start with Unity Essentials, okay? So you go start pathway, and Unity version 6.3. So you can choose a lot of these, well, not a lot, but three at least. I have Unity 6.5 as we speak, and I believe if I'm using 6.5, I will be set and go with this one, I believe, right? So let's go click continue. And the Unity AI Assistant beta is live. I don't wanna see this. Editor Essentials. Explore a playground scene and design a mural to get comfortable with the Unity interface. What you will learn. This tutorials series introduces you to the essential skills of navigating the Unity editor. You will learn to navigate 3D space in a playground scene using fly-through mode and tools like move and rotate to design a mural. Once you master these skills, you will have the foundation required for confidently creating in Unity. Okay, skills you will learn. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, get started. Unity Essentials. Install Unity. I think we all did that, right? Okay. Overview. The video below provides an overview of what you can expect to learn and accomplish throughout the Unity Essentials. Isn't this the intro? This is the intro, yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt to watch it for you guys, right?
Welcome to Unity Essentials, your first step in learning to create interactive experiences within Unity. My name is James, and I'll be your guide throughout this pathway. If you've never used Unity before, or if you know a little bit about Unity but want more of a comprehensive introduction, you're in the right place. Learning Unity unlocks new creative possibilities and career opportunities. With Unity, you have the power to create amazing interactive games, worlds, and simulations across industries and styles, and then publish those experiences on different platforms. In this pathway, you'll gain a foundation in key areas of Unity development. First up is the Editor Essentials. You'll get comfortable moving around the Unity interface and learning how to navigate 3D space with ease. Next is 3D Essentials. You'll dive into 3D creation, designing a room environment with a bouncing ball physics simulation. Then, in Audio Essentials, You'll bring a kitchen scene to life with a variety of immersive sounds. To learn the programming essentials, you'll code basic interactivity for a character who can collect objects in a living room. After that, there's 2D essentials. You'll discover the unique aspects of 2D game development by creating a top-down version of a familiar scene. Finally, in the essentials of publishing, you'll learn to package your work as a shareable portfolio project, building it for different platforms. By the end of this pathway, you'll have a strong understanding of Unity's core features, preparing you to develop more advanced and specialized skills. You'll also have a collection of fun, engaging environments customized with your own personal touch. So, if you're ready, let's get started on your creative journey by learning the Unity essentials.
Okay, thank you, James. Mark as complete, sure. Huh? Huh? Okay. So what are the Unity Hub and Unity editors? To work with Unity, you'll start with the Unity Hub. The Unity Hub is a standalone application that streamlines the way you navigate, download, and manage your Unity projects and installations. From the Hub, you will download and manage your various versions of the Unity editor. The Unity editor is the application where you will build 3D or 2D worlds and create your interactive applications. Mark is complete. Okay. So system requirements, make sure the computer you're using meets the minimum requirement. Okay. Your Unity plan. We have the personal plan. Kind of organization, sure. My goodness, are you serious? I already have the Unity Hub installed Unity 6. We have Unity 6 already. That's how you can get the Unity, put Visual Studio Code. Where I have Visual Studio 2022, I believe, so that doesn't matter. Next steps, you're probably eager to try out the Unity editor. To get started, proceed to the next tutorial in Unity Essentials. Complete this tutorial. I got 10 experience. I guess. Clear instructions, yes. Sure. Continue to next. All right. So we got overview. In this tutorial, you will open the Unity Essentials project directly from the Unity Hub. After opening the project, you will be ready to begin working in your first 3D environment. Okay. Before you begin, make sure you have Unity Hub and Unity version 6 or new installed. Okay. Open Unity Hub and launch the project. Using the Unity Hub, launch Unity Hub, open the Unity Hub application. New project, choose Unity version 6 months later, choose the Essential Pathway project. Select Essential Pathway. Okay, so we go to our hub and go to project, a new project, and then we go for person. Where is that? Installs, not learn. What is that? I had nothing downloaded. Hold on a minute. Projects. So I'll go to new project. Wait a minute. Let me go for 6.5. Okay. Unity. Essential pathways. This is the one I believe, right? This is the one I believe. The template. It's a template, right? Let's see. Let's corroborate first. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. Okay. And the download template. Okay, let's see if we should name it. Excuse me, name it like name it differently. Enter a name for the project and choose a suitable location on your computer to save it. Select create project and wait for the project to open. This will take a few minutes. Okay. Enter a name for the project. Essentials pathway, I guess. Let's see. It's gonna be and it's gonna be on here. Okay. And here it's going to be the only bad thing about Unity right now. This is a grief that I have with Unity at the moment. You see, I started using Unity roughly 10 years ago. And the core concept of Unity, it was named Unity because it was basically like a blank slate that you unite plugins and packages together. So it was very lightweight at the start, and it was very like a blank canvas that you can put everything later on when your project um goes goes and develops alone, and therefore it was very very like a Swift program. Right now, because they plaster all these packages together with Unity 6 and beyond, it starts. It takes a minute to start, and I hated that when I had like my laptop, because it takes like several minutes in order to do it. That's why I choose Unity over Unreal Engine 4 back in the day. I know Unreal Engine 4 is like way more powerful. I know that, okay? I know that. I started using Unreal 4 as well in college, but I like Unity's simplicity, basically, okay? Anyway, see, as we speak, we're still doing the waiting here. With Unity 5, this didn't happen, by the way. That's none of my business, I guess. All right. You can find tutorials later by choosing tutorials. Sure, okay. Oh, cool. The Unity editor will open with a pop-up window welcoming you to the pathway. Okay, and note if you are using Linux, blah blah blah. Okay, welcome. I'm going to edit the mark as complete. Continue on Unity Learn or in the editor. You have two options for completing the Unity Essentials pathway. Complete the pathway on Unity Learn, complete the pathway in the editor. Below are descriptions of each of these learning experiences and instructions on how to continue. On Learn, you're currently following instructions on Unity Learn. If you choose to continue Unity Learn, you'll follow instructions on the Unity Learn website, then switch over to the Unity editor to complete those steps. If you have multiple monitors or prefer to have your learning materials in a full window, this could be an ideal learning experience for you. In the editor, however, you can also complete the pathway without ever leaving the Unity editor with the in-editor version of the pathway. In the in-editor version, instead of following instructions on Unity Learn, you'll follow instructions within the Unity editor, as shown in the image below. Okay, the in-editor tutorial window will guide you through the interface using highlighted callouts and embedded instructions. No need to leave the editor or open a web browser. If you have one larger screen or prefer to have the instructions right alongside where you'll be working, this could be a great option for you. Choose your pathway format. Learn user layout drop down. Okay, so right out of the bat, we have a little choice here. So I have actually two, how you call it, how you call it, monitors. I'm sorry, two monitors, but I'm using one for recording. Let's see how you guys do with the how you call it, with the in editor tutorial first. Let's see how it goes with that one, and let's go from there, shall we? So okay, we can move this along. I cannot stretch this out. So let's see how it goes with the in editor tutorial. Okay. So welcome to Unity Essential in Editor pathway. Display on startup, blah, blah, blah. Start Vision 1. All right. Editor Essentials. Ooh, this is fucking cool. Okay. Editor Essentials. Explore a playground scene and design a mural to get comfortable with the Unity interface. Okay, let's go. Let's see first. I hate this inspector. Can we do a layout developer mode? This is my oh fuck, where is fuck? Hold on a minute. No. Window. So this is my okay. Let me see if I can revert to the other layout. All right, people. What I did was delete the previous project and start a new. Okay, so explore. Okay, I think we have to hit each of one of these. So jump into your first Unity scene and familiarize with. Okay. Oh fuck. No, hold on. Okay.
In this first series of tutorials, you'll master the essentials of navigating in the Unity editor. Because Unity is such a powerful program that can do so many things, the interface can be overwhelming at first. So we'll start from the very beginning, making sure that you're comfortable moving around the interface. In an outdoor playground scene, you'll learn how to confidently navigate 3D space. You'll use fly-through mode to soar through a scene view, then frame and orbit around key objects in the environment. You'll also master the move and rotate tools, allowing you to precisely position and orient objects to design your own unique creations. You'll even learn some pro tips for working effectively in Unity, like using keyboard shortcuts to switch between tools, toggling between coordinate systems, and using isometric view for more efficient workflows. Learning to navigate 3D space confidently in Unity is like learning to swim before diving into the deep end. It's critical. It equips you with the skills you need to stay afloat and have fun once you jump in and start creating. So, let's get started by building the essential skills that will empower you to create with Unity.
Okay. Next. Tutorial overviews. In this first exercise, you will explore the most commonly used window of the Unity editor one by one. Although you can rearrange the windows, you will use Unity's default layout so that your screen matches the screenshots in this tutorial. Okay. Okay, let me put this one right here. Spectre here. Okay. So the okay, instructions. Locate the slider at the bottom right corner of the project window. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Note if you don't see the slider, drag the slider all the way to the left to see the assets in a list. Like this? Okay. This way, none of the assets names get cut off. This will be easier easier for now. Okay. In the Assets folder, open Unity Essentials scene, then double-click Starter Scene. Open Unity Essentials scene, Starter Scene. Okay. Above the project window in the center, a robot standing on a big white platform. Along with the collector. Okay, next. Okay, instructions. Explore the scenes content with this hierarchy. Okay. Did you notice that the hierarchy window, which is on the left in Unity's default layout, was automatically populated with a list when you open the scene? Yes, I noted. The hierarchy window is where you organize all the things in your game world. These things are called game objects. There's an important difference between the project window and the hierarchy window. The hierarchy window displays all the game objects in the current scene. The project window displays all the assets available to your entire project, whether or not they are in the current scene. Instructions. In the hierarchy window, double-click some of the game objects and notice what happens. Double-click. Okay. Stairs. Landing. Ground. Player. Game objects are typically organized in a hierarchy tree like structures. In the hierarchy window, a game object can have parent game objects and child game objects. Parent game objects contain other game objects which are referred to as child game objects. To return to a view that allows you to see the entire environment, double-click the ground game object, which will frame the entire ground view. Okay. Next. In the center of the default Unity editor layout is a scene view. This is your interactive window into the world you are creating. You will use the scene view to manipulate objects and view them from various angles. Okay, what we're going to do? This. Yes. With your cursor over the scene view, right-click and drag. Okay. You will notice the cursor turns into an eyeball icon to you when you do this. This is the view tool. It's like turning your head to look around in the real world. Right. Yes. Release the right mouse button, then use the arrow keys to freely move around in the scene view. The up and down arrow keys move you forward and backward. The left and right arrow keys pan the view sideways. Right. I'm pretty sure they're gonna mention this, but I'm actually used to clicking the scroll wheel. You click the scroll wheel down, and you'll see that you can do that as well. You can move it from this. So yeah. If you ever get lost in the scene view, simply go back to the hierarchy window and double-click on one of the game objects to frame and center in the scene view. For example, the player or something. Okay, so what do we have here? By default, there's a floating toolbar in the upper left corner of the scene. These are the main scene view tools. What else? There are also a number of toolbars above the scene view. These toolbars include buttons and settings that allow you to select and adjust game objects and change the way your scene is displayed. For now, avoid clicking on those tools. These selections can't be undone and it can be hard to know how to reset your settings. Don't worry, you'll get to those options later. Okay, so the instructions in the hierarchy window, double click the stairs game objects to frame in the scene view. Stairs, star landing stairs. Select the top tool from the toolbar that looks like a hand. This is the pan tool. Wait a minute, what? Okay. Ah, this one. Okay. Ah, gotcha. With the pan tool selected, left click and drag in the scene view to pan side to side. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So basically, when you're in here, I don't want to move it. But basically, the scroll wheel, it's basically this functionality. As you can see, it's changing. It's changing. Anyway, let's go to the next. If the scene view is like a movie set, then the game view is what you see through the camera. It's what the end user of your experience will see. When you enter play mode to test your application, you will automatically be taken into the game view. By default, the game view will appear in the same area of the editor as the scene view. When you exit play mode, you will automatically be taken back to the scene view. So the instructions here are: select the play button at the top center of the editor and see what happens. You can move the robot character around with the following controls. So the play button, okay, the play button. Whoa, cool. And we can run, okay, typical WASD control, and we can jump, okay, cool. You can move the robot character, press the arrow keys. If your cursor disappears, press escape to see it again. Okay, we can move the camera as well with the cursor. Cool. What do we have here? Okay. Nice. Can we collect the star? Let's see. Let's collect the star. Oh, I think we didn't jump high enough. Ah, dang it. I hate that metallic mesh. But it's something that we could... Oh, okay. Maybe we have to code it so we can jump higher. Try to jump to collect the star from... Oh, hold on a minute. We need... That's the part of the instruction. Okay. Dang it. We can double jump. Almost had it. Almost had it. Come on. Almost there. I think we have to... Maybe... Let me see the star here. Can you see the star? It doesn't let me. It will be just out of reach, but you will try. Okay, you try to fix that in the next step. Okay, by changing the collators of the stars. When you're finished with play mode, press the stop button to exit play mode and return to the scene view. Okay. Steps 8 to 10. The inspector window is where you will find and configure detailed information about game objects. When you select a game object in the scene view or in the hierarchy window, its components are listed in the inspector window. Components describe the properties and behaviors of game objects. In this step, you will use the inspector window to position the star a bit closer to the platform so the player can reach it. Select one of the game objects in the hierarchy window, then browse its components. So we can go for player, for example, and we will have the component of... Okay, so I see that player has a, how you call it, drop down arrow here. So the player, the father game object is basically just an empty game object. And when we click here, we're gonna see the robot. See, so that's the player. I have the robot. So the robot has all what is character controller, the scripting, the basic rigid body. I'm pretty sure we're gonna dive into this detail later during the tutorial. But I know these, so I can basically infer from what I'm seeing here. Can I enlarge this? Yes, I can. So for example, here in the father game object, it's just the player, it's just the position of this capsule. If you can see here, there's like a capsule here. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but that's what you will see when you're doing this tutorial. Following down the child game objects in this game object, we see the robot game object, which it has mainly the entire robot persona. And we have the position as well, which is also linked to the father's position. We have the animator, so we have an animator component that basically will link with the code in order to link and synchronize the animation that we have set. So the run animation, walk animation, it's it doesn't feel clunky, which is well, it's a clunker, but you know what I mean. So we have a character controller as well, a character controller component. We also have the third person controller, which that's a script. With all that code over there, we have basic rigid body script, okay, and starter assets input script. That's cool. So we also have the main camera. The main camera, it's a child of the player's game object. Well, that's interesting. And then we have player follow camera, which is a script. Cinemachine virtual camera, so that is actually a part of the package. I remember when Cinemachine was a thing back in Unity 5, and it was just like a personal project from a different how you call it, studio that made the Cinemachine package for Unity, and then Unity acquired it. I remember that. Okay. So double click the start game object to frame it in the view, then locate its position, rotation, and scale. So let's go to the start. Okay. So we have everything: the position, the transform, the position, rotation, and scale, which is all inside the transform component. That's a very important thing to do, to know. Reduce the X position value by 1 or 2 units. The X position, so it's going to be 5.5. Okay. Well, there you go. Also, to move the star closer to the platform and reduce the Y position by 1 or 2. So it's going to be 4.5. Perfect. So it's closer. Remember, you can always undo any unwanted changes with Control Z. Okay, enter play mode and again try to jump and collect the star. Okay, let's minimize these a little bit. Let's put this game and let's start. Oh yeah, this is way better now. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, not gonna jump. Damn it. Ah! When I could jump. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. Whoo! There you go. Let's go. Unity doesn't automatically save your scene. Make a habit of saving often so that you don't lose any progress. If you have unsaved changes in your scene, there will be an asterisk next to the name of the scene at the top of the hierarchy. Control S, so you see the asterisk over there. So we click Control S as in save, and everything is saved now. That's cool. Next, review and proceed to the next tutorial. So, reviewer, congratulations on completing this first guided tutorial in the Unity Essentials pathway. Here are some of the things you learn how to do along the way. Open a scene from the project window, define a game object, frame a game object, explain the difference between the project window and hierarchy, explain the relationship between the scene and the inspector window, look around the scene with the view tool, look around the scene with the pan tool, identify the window that appears in the Unity's editor's default view. Start and stop play mode. Save the scene. So very normal things to do in Unity. Proceed to the next tutorial. So thank you very much. Let's see. Done. All right. So we have that done. Awesome. Guys, thank you very much for being here. This is the first ever episode made in Unity. I'm actually happy that this happened today. So next time, I hope. So this is being recorded, as you can see, in August 8th. So that's a Saturday. I'm actually gonna upload this the next day, Sunday. So you're gonna watch this on Sunday, the 9th. With that being said, I'm gonna keep recording these throughout the week, and hopefully I have the second tutorial on Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So keep, let's keep this going, okay? So thank you very much, guys. Please click like, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Let's keep looting.